Hi, so I realize you have finished your cleanse phase and it is time for the max phase. So I wanted to do a quick video to help you how to understand to take everything properly. And some of you have already probably started your max phase, but this is just a refresher. And the best way really, if you are doing the Commit, our 180 program, you should have received a journal for volume 1, volume 2, and you will get one for volume 3 to complete your 80-day commitment. And so this is like amazing because it has everything that you need in here. The one that I actually have is, I thought it was in Spanish, but it's in English. Woo! Okay. Don't forget, it's got a suggested food list. So use that as a resource for whenever you go grocery shopping, and to understand and remember as a refresher what you learned at the nutrition workshop as far as your fats, your carbs, your proteins, everything that you want to have in your daily regimen and sticking to your goals. And of course here you can track your measurements, right? So after the first 10 days you might want to see how you progressed, and I'm pretty sure you did amazing. And even if you don't feel like you can see a lot of the changes, please understand that was just preparing your body for what's to come, because this phase is the one that matters even more, because even though it might feel like it's a little bit slower because things are not coming out or off as fast, it's because we're teaching your body to become a fat burning machine and to keep all the muscle so you can tone, you can feel healthier, you can have better energy, you can just really build momentum naturally. And that's why it might be a little bit slower, but guess what? It's for the long term. So if you do it right, it's going to be worth it and you're going to see amazing results. And once we break through a plateau, your body just becomes a faster engine, burning all of that unnecessary body fat and really keeping you fueled so you feel amazing at the same time and you feel more confident. And I mean, we all have our own specific different goals, you know, and so I know that this is going to make a difference for you. So it's so important that you do it the right way. So using this book is really going to create your sponsor not having to be like, hey, did you take everything perfectly? Because this is the way to take it properly. So a lot of you might see that there are add-ons on here too. So let's walk through that process, right? You wake up and the first thing you want to do, I even have mine right here, you want to take your Spark, okay? Spark never goes away. It's really helpful to replace your coffee, your sodas, your energy drinks. And then you want to have your breakfast afterwards, right? But first, you want to do your M&S packet. And your M&S, most of you are starting with the 3. You might convert over to a different one, whether it's a C or a E, if you realize that you need more appetite control help, or if you realize that you need more energy in your day. And some people actually combine them. They buy both boxes, and if they know it's going to be a rough day, they are on M&S-E. If they know they're going to be tempted, like during the holidays, I always go back to M&S-C. So you can always mix and match according to your day as well, okay? So this is what one M&S packet looks like, okay? And if you read on here, it tells you specifically how to take it. But right while you're taking your Spark, if you purchased Catalyst, you're going to be taking 3 Catalyst, and you're going to be taking the first packet that says take 30 minutes before lunch. Now, let me remind you of one thing. If you are like me, I did really good my first cleanse, and when I was supposed to be taking my M&S, I took it, and when I was waiting the 30-minute gap, I started to feel nauseous because I had nothing but pills in my system and Spark. And so I would recommend that if you want to just, you know, eliminate the gap less, you don't have to wait the whole 30 minutes. So don't think it has to be like perfectly 30 minutes. One thing that I might even do is I'll take this while I'm cooking my food at home or heating it up at work. And when it's done, that's fine. Like, you still took your pills on an empty stomach the way it was intended to be. So don't overthink that, right? The next thing that you'll see is it says have your breakfast. If you tend to skip breakfast, there's no excuse with your meal replacement shakes. Right now, the new wedding cake flavor, it is delicious. If you haven't tried it, you definitely want to take advantage because it is for a limited time. And mid-morning, of course, we have our snacks, and if you've been to a nutrition workshop, you kind of understand how to do that. And then 30 minutes before lunch. So if you know you have lunch every day at 11 or 11:30 or at 12 or at 12:30, whatever time, you're going to take the second packet, okay? And the way that this is designed is you take one before you eat and one with your food, one before you eat, one with your food. I like to simplify it, and you're more than welcome to do what I do, or you can do it the way I just taught you. With my breakfast, I'll take this before I eat, and then I'll just take these two. So the only thing I have to remember is before I eat or before I heat up my food, to take my before lunch one. And that just kind of makes it a little bit easier. Do not be overwhelmed, by the way, because of all of these. These are really amazing, like potent. Imagine I'm giving you gold to put, you know, the best nutrition in your body. I've always asked people, like, you know, do you take vitamins? And they say, yeah, you know, I take my XYZ company, you know, a day, etc. And I'm like, how do you feel on them? And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, I feel amazing. Like, I feel a difference if I do not take my vitamins, and I feel really great energy, and I feel just like alertness. Like, I feel overall really good, really good. And when I don't take it, it's almost like I feel sluggish. I feel the hit, you know? And so they look at me like, I don't feel that on my vitamins. So I just want you to know what to expect. Like, these are amazing if you take them the right way, if you're eating the way that you should be. And really, like, if you exercise, that's a bonus, you guys. You don't have to exercise to see amazing results with our program, because this is all wellness based. Now, don't get me wrong. Crystal didn't say don't exercise, but it is one of our 5 pillars. It will make a difference. And when you move more, you feel better too. You get those good endorphins going. So remember, at the end of the day, it is 80% nutrition. So that's my point in that. So after we've had our snack, 30 minutes before lunch, we're going to have that pack that says 30 minutes before lunch. And then we'll have the bottom ones accordingly with a meal. And then whenever you take your before lunch pills, you can introduce your catalyst again. 3, okay? And then before your workout or in the afternoon before dinner, 3 catalyst again. So you could ideally put everything in a Ziploc bag daily. You could put 1 of these. You could put 6 of these. And then you could take your meal replacement shake if you want to, and just throw that in a Ziploc bag and have it daily allotted, so you can just grab it and go, and you don't have to keep this in your purse. You don't have to carry the box with you. So very, very helpful. And then at the same time, if you have introduced Slim into your day, you can take this after lunch when you get that crash around 2 or 3 o'clock. Or, you know, you can take Spark instead if you are not taking Slim. So just, you know, a pointer of how to introduce this. I like my Spark in the morning because I need that mental focus and that alertness to get productive. Slim is not the same as Spark. It is not B12, which is, you know, our mental focus. It is a great appetite suppressant. It's going to curb those cravings that you have in the afternoon looking at the vending machine. So it works a little bit different, and some people feel a little bit different of energy with this because it does have the same caffeine content, but it's not vitamin filled like our Spark is. So don't confuse them to be the same thing. They are definitely something different. But this is also a great add-on for your summer, because if you're wanting to attack that belly fat to look amazing in a swimsuit, this actually helps attack belly fat. It's got Garcinia cambogia, so it's very beneficial. Now, let's not forget before dinner, you want to have, or with dinner, sorry, your Omegaplex. If you still have some of these left over from your cleanse, you're welcome to use them. I personally always buy a bottle separately because our M&S only gives us 2. And I have seen a really great difference in my hair, in my complexion, in my nails. Omegaplex is so helpful. You can ask me more about it later, but I take 6 a day total. So I take 6 with my dinner, my heaviest meal. I never take this with the replacement shake, simply because, you know, you're going to feel just liquid. It's kind of similar to just having Spark and pills, right? So anytime that you have your meal replacement shake, be conscious that you might need to eat something if you're on your M&S. Another add-on that we have is our Thermo Plus, and of course we know that it is the BFF for the catalyst. This is protecting your muscle, and while this is protecting your muscle, this is like a potato peeler, just peeling away the fat on top of that muscle. So very helpful, especially if you've been to a nutrition workshop. You understand that the first thing that we lose is our muscle. So if we protect our muscle, then we have no choice but to burn more fat. So this is going to help burn an extra 200 to 300 calories by taking it alone 1 to 2 times a day. So I would recommend that you take it anytime you would take your catalyst, or your Spark technically. No more than twice a day, okay? And if you are working out, take this before a workout. You will sweat a whole lot more. It is amazing. Okay, finally. I think we finished our day. Of course, you want to have your snack after lunch, and then you want to have your dinner, and then you want to track your water. So, I mean, there's a little water H2O little line here. If you're on our chat, you'll see that we're always like water and catalyst, trying to remind you guys, because I know that can be really hard, but you know what? Drinking enough water has so many benefits that I don't want you to miss out on those benefits. So I hope this video helped you. Take advantage of your journal, guys. There's so much amazing information in here, and this is the best way to track your progress, because if I need to see what's gone wrong, why things aren't going the way that you intended them to be, I can track how you're eating. If you've been putting it in here, I can track your weight, you know, week by week, and I can really make some educated, you know, guesses and help and tips and advice and things like that on more information that I know compared to less information that I know. So let's have an amazing max phase. Just know this is also part of the 180 commit. And so this is what we would be doing up until our next cleanse. So every 90 days we want to cleanse again. And just know that with the 180, you're always going to have free shipping and sometimes even freebies, because there's always specials coming out. So take advantage of that, because you can add add-ons in there too, and you're always going to have free shipping on those too. So I hope that helps. Let's rock this max phase out and have an amazing day.